Hi, this is Tommy with an I, and today we're going to conclude the voice training videos. And what we're going to talk about today, I don't have necessarily specific exercises or word lists to start, but what I want to explain is some of the process that I went through with my counselors, so our therapist. So one of the things that we would do is after what you heard, that was about 2 months worth of work, maybe 3, working with them. And then after that, my appointments became more of just coming in and talking about how my week went. And we would sit and chat for the first 45 minutes or so, and then they would give me notes and they would give me feedback at the end. So one of them was just sitting there taking notes while I'm talking to somebody else. It was very effective because they could give specific examples of where I was having trouble in conversation. One of the things that we would do is say, I was having trouble talking about work topics, because when you're talking about your domain of knowledge, you tend to sound, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. And so you drop a register in your voice, you start getting more serious. And when you do that, it definitely sounds more masculine. I work where I talk on the phone almost all the day, like all day long. I'm talking with people all around the country. And it hurts a lot every time somebody calls me sir. And they're not doing it on purpose. It's just I'm not giving enough clues orally that, there's a woman on the other end of that line. So that was one of the things we would do. And you can maybe find a friend that you can do this with that you trust them and they can take notes maybe while you're talking. Or something my wife does is if I'm starting to get serious and I start dropping down in register and she just kind of gives me a little thumbs up. And I don't notice it at first because I'm like, why is she giving me a thumbs up? And then I remember, oh wait, we're doing this thing. So she's helping me. And it's really nice to have help from within your support system, people that you trust, that understand what you're going through and aren't going to judge you for it. So your support system is very important. So I just wanted to show things that they took notes for me on and gave me. These are things that I said during conversation. This is my project, and so I feel responsible if it's delayed. I was wondering, what is the deadline for the project? These are questions that I would ask talking about my job. I really appreciate the hard work from the team. The network will be up and running soon. So there are different things in here that just kind of come up in your daily life that if you're an expert and you always want to be perceived as an expert, it's really easy to fall into that domineering speaking pattern. And in some cases, it might be completely appropriate. They say Margaret Thatcher, after her first time that she was speaking in front of the House of Commons or House of Lords, the basic response was, she sounds shrill. And she went for vocal therapy to learn how to masculinize, make her voice more masculine, and drop it down and be more forceful, because she didn't want to be perceived as a shrill biddy. She wanted to be perceived as a woman who knows her stuff. And that is exactly what she did. And it seems to have worked out for her pretty well. Margaret Thatcher, because power is sexy. I'm going to finish this series. I think there's going to be one more video where I can show you my vocal cords. They've been recorded, and I'll explain that, but we're probably not going to get to that until a little bit. But I want to end this series here for the training aspect with the rainbow passage. And many of you, if you've already been working on your voice, you've seen this passage before. If not, it's often used for training speech recognition software, because again, it hits all the different notes. And in this case, unlike the first episode, I will not be using my former voice, I will be using my voice. And this is the result of a couple of years of work. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. A rainbow is the division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a large, round arch, with its path high above and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And with that, we conclude our series. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything you'd like to add, please comment below, and let's make this a discussion. What's worked for you, and what would you offer to help other people that are in a similar situation? Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye! Hi, this is Tommy with an I again. I just wanted to give a little bit of information about, it's not really a procedure, but it's a tool that is available in some places for basically watching your vocal cords while you speak. And it's really cool, but it's also a little uncomfortable. The nature of the process is they stick a camera up through your nose, down your sinus cavity, and it's big. So if you have small nasal passages, it might be a little bit of a stretch to get through there. They found they couldn't go in my left side, they had to go in my right. And they get down there, and after you get past the sensation of needing to cough, swallow a couple times to clear the throat, you just talk, and it records your vocal cords. The other aspect of that, though, is they put an oscilloscope up against it and flash a light so that it kind of slows down, because your vocal cords vibrate very quickly, and so it gets maybe like every 10th of a second, and so it cuts the frame rate down on that, so you can actually see the undulation of the vocal cords, and it's really beautiful. After they filmed this, my doctors went to other clinicians within their voice pathology, and they said, "What do you think about this?" And all of the doctors, their feedback was, her vocal cords look really healthy. They didn't give any information about me, what my gender was. They didn't know that they were looking at assigned male at birth vocal cords. Didn't start vocal training until 42. But the important thing is, by using these exercises over time, what I was able to do is naturally change voice patterns, naturally raise the pitch of my voice without doing damage. There was no strain to the vocal cords, and that's what they were specifically talking about. The speaking came naturally, it wasn't forced. And forcing will damage over time, so you want to make sure that you're loosening things up, getting things in a good position. I mean, they're muscles and they're doing their job. You wouldn't go straight from the couch to a marathon without training in between. You warm up, you exercise, you train, you get there eventually. And that's the same sort of thing with your voice. It takes time, it takes practice. And now here's a weird video, so please enjoy.
That's it. So go ahead and say E. Now try a real high pitch E. Now low pitch E. Just for fun. Can you go low to high? E. Good. Now just take a breath. Tell me your name.
Tommy Serpa.
Now say hello, my name is, and keep going.
Hello, my name is Tommy Serpa.
Excellent. What would you like to see your vocal cords say?
Happy birthday, Diane.
No. Maybe sing to Diane.
Happy birthday to you. That's as much as you get.
Perfect. All right. Go ahead and laugh for me. Hee 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 hee. And go sniff and then ah. Excellent. Can you hold your breath really tight? Beautiful. Swallow your saliva for me. Looks great. Would you like a slow motion picture?
Sure.
Alright, go ahead and hit record. We'll turn on for a second. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
Hold out a long E. Now go low to high. E. And count 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Now go 3. Alright, and I'm going to pull this camera out. Go ahead and hit record.
So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a little strange. It does look a little like alien. It does look a little bit like a vagina. All of our orifices seem to look the same. And I hope you noticed when the video is playing, there's a change in light, and that's when you can see that they've changed from just straight video to using the oscilloscope and the strobing light to take the video. And it's definitely a different, you can see it, everything before is just kind of like squeak, 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 and that's when you can really start to see the vocal cords fluttering, almost like an octopus or something. It's really pretty. So yeah, if you have a chance, if you get the opportunity, I don't know if your insurance allows or if your clinic even does it, if you get the chance to do it, it's pretty neat. Like I said, it's uncomfortable, but it's really fascinating as well, for me anyway. And if you have a video like that, I'd love to see what your vocal cords look like. Link me down below and we'll take a look. Have a great day. Bye-bye.